Okay, so today I'm gonna give you tricks and tips, how to beat a southpaw, how to step, some movement, what combinations you can sort of put together for against the southpaw. A lot of people struggle with lefties, me included, because all the time in the gym, you're always fighting right-handed people, so you're getting used to that power side being on this side, whereas against the southpaw, obviously your backside becomes their power side. All right, and luckily we have a guy who is a southpaw with me. All right, so the first thing we're gonna go to, sorry, quickly, is the lead arm control. Now, this is really, really important. You never wanna be on the inside of a southpaw's lead arm, okay? So Luke touches my arm inwards, push my arm, yeah, here. I don't ever wanna be in this position because if I'm here, all of his power side is gonna open up and I'm gonna really struggle to block. And remember, this side is an open side for an orthodox person, whereas a southpaw, this side is an open side. So all them left-sided techniques, I wanna sort of always be moving away from the left-sided techniques. So that means outside of the arm, all right? We're here like this, we're touching gloves. I always wanna be on the end of that arm there, pushing him over into my power side, which is gonna be my right side. So it's that arm fight always. So even on top when we're pushing here, I'm like this, boom. Again, this is gonna set up the kick really well. So I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna touch. From here I can throw my right kick, boom, and land it very smoothly across the body. Also, after I'm throwing them sort of techniques, I'm parrying, pushing the arm in. When I throw that kick there, boom, after the kick, I want to start circling round and going away from his power side. So if he decides to kick me back, so I go kick, boom, he just starts to kick, I always want to step off to the outside and make sure that I'm pulling myself away from the snap in his left-sided techniques. All right, so that's really important first thing. So again, on that arm, we're going to be touching because it's lead arm to lead arm. I want to be warm here. And again, here. Even from here, backhand, right knee here, boom. Right punch, boom, boom. Right hand to the body, yeah? But always keeping control of that lead arm and having good position so that I can strike here, boom, boom, and he can't because we're pushing his body over into that side, right? So the lead arm control is one of the most important things that you need to know when you're fighting a southpaw, all right? The second thing I'm gonna get into is inside low kicks or inside calf kicks, if you want, yeah? When he steps heavy to go forward, I wanna be touching that lead leg. All right, whether it's low here or whether it's high on the inside of his quad, I want to be touching that leg when he steps. I want to be disrupting his balance all the time when he steps into punch. So he might step into punch here. I'm just touching. I don't have to necessarily turn the hip over every time, but just swinging from the hip like this, just to disrupt that balance all the time when he's trying to sit down on that left hand, is going to make it a lot easier as well if I want to go and kick afterwards. So if he steps in, I'm going to touch, boom, and then I'll go back to the kick after, or I touch, he steps in, I touch, boom, boom, and then I go to punch after that, disrupting that base. Also, because it's your back leg, it's going to be your power leg, right? So you're going to get you're going to be able to take the weight out of that leg very easily because it's coming from the back side. So again, he steps, boom, there. Just that little bit there is going to stop him setting his feet and being able to punch or anything like that. Okay, the third thing that I want to get into is, again, we're going to go back to the lead arm, all right? So when I'm here like this, I can also play down the middle to open up the lead hook. So I'm like this, I might touch a couple of times, then I might pop a jab here, yeah? I'm going down the pipe here. What I'm trying to do with this jab leading down the pipe is I want to see if he's parrying inside my arm, all right? So if he's parrying inside here, boom, yeah, that. So that's gonna open up really good for a lead hook over the top, right? So I'm pushing the hand here, one jab, but okay, I see his hand move. Now I'm gonna go to it and then go to my lead hook. So I'm here, I go boom, boom, and then come right across there. Obviously, you can then follow up with whatever shot you want. So you could be here, I'm gonna go boom, 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 down to the body, or you go here, boom, boom, then back to the head with my hook, then to my kick, yeah? Anything like that. So again, you're using that lead arm, because again, if I'm jabbing down the middle here, he hasn't got an option but to push from that lead arm. The back arm's not gonna do it. So he's gonna try and parry with the lead arm. So we're here again, boom, okay, now I see it, I'm touching, boom, 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 boom. And then go to whatever shot you want, all right? Okay, the next thing I wanted to get into is back leg low kicks, all right? People stay away from the back leg a lot, and in my opinion, it's one of the best shots just because it is so unconditioned compared to your front leg. Me and Luke are here like this all the time. I'm kicking that leg. They've been used to that in the gym and this, boom. But what I want to try and do is get to the back. 6 or 7 shots on the back leg is going to be much more effective, especially against the southpaw, than if I'm always just trying to go for that front leg, right? So even here like this, sometimes maybe it's a bit dangerous going to the power side, but again, it's Muay Thai, right? So I'm stepping across here, from here, and then go to the back leg. Again, you can use this off of your lead hook. So what we just did with that parrying of the front arm. So I'm here, he's parrying, boom, boom, now, boom, and then go to that back leg nice and hard. If you do this in the first couple of rounds and you get the shots off correctly, it's gonna make it much harder for the person to block your body kick as well. When you wanna go for them big scores to the body, it's gonna be so much easier if that leg's, they're really worried about that leg. And also, once you've gone to the back leg, you can start peppering the front again. Then you can go to your punching. Then you can use your punching to go back to the leg after that. Yeah, so back leg kicking is one of the good things about going against the southpaw. Here I'm touching, boom, all the way to that back leg, yeah? And when he starts lifting that leg, I can go back to the inside low kick here, because the front leg is still in front of his back leg. So when I go to that leg and now he's starting to block the kick, boom, I'm just gonna start stepping out this way and go, boom, and then go back to the inside of the front leg, yeah? Punching as well, and especially counter punching off of a southpaw's jab. So we're just gonna do a split shot now, yeah? So when I'm here like this, when Luke's jabbing me sometimes, boom, I wanna be slipping my head off to the side, boom, and counter punching with that power hand, with that backhand, yeah? Obviously from here I can follow it, but getting used to just moving your head off the side, boom, there. Stepping off, boom. Then follow up with your shots from there. Split punching is one of the best counter punches because the person is in offensive, not defensive. So they're not thinking about their defense. So if they jab and you rock the head back with a big backhand, again, it's gonna set up everything else. And even knocking someone out with this shot, if they really sit on their jab heavy, boom, and I come down the middle there, my arm is already directly lined up with him, yeah? So again, here he throws a jab, boom, there, straight down the middle. And don't cock back your hand, just step over to the side, moving my head off that center line, so jab, here, yeah? And then that's just letting go from where it is. Let the weight travel. He's coming into me, remember, so I don't need to do a lot. I just need to let that arm go as my foot steps out here, yeah? Okay, the last thing that I wanted to get into is playing off the outside of the front leg now. So at the beginning, we did the inside, hitting that inside from the back leg when he goes to step to disturb his balance. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna go on the outside here. So I quite like this for like disturbing balance. So I'm gonna be here like this, and we're touching the arm. He might step in, I'm here. Lead leg, he's gonna hook around the back of his leg. There. Just like that, okay? Now, you can use the hand as well, which means if he steps in, I'm here, I can use like this part of my arm to sort of press or here, but like, just like that and take the balance away. Whatever you do after it is up to you. Again, use your style and go into the techniques that you like. But for me, I like to kick the body off that. So I'll be here like this, he'll step in, I'll be here. The hook, my foot is gonna create a hook. I'm gonna wrap it around the leg, whoop, and then I'll go up to the body there and kick the body. Again, this is my style. I like kicking the body, I like scoring points, I have a good kick. That's why I like it so much, but he can't defend once I disturb the balance. You always got to think about that when you're like touching the leg. Don't think about it as a kick. Think about it as like sort of an L shape with your foot, and then you're just hooking around the back of the heel and you're just giving it a little pull to take the base away. I'm not thinking about it like an outside leg calf kick as such, right? So step in. I'm not like thinking, boom, here. No, it's a sort of drag backwards, yeah? So again, he steps in, I'm here, I'm gonna hook, boop, and I just take that base away there. If he ends up close, no problem, I can go to the knee. But if he's long, so step in, I'm here, boom, hook, boom. As I hook that leg, I sort of drop my lead foot outside and then go to the body kick, all right? So just some tips there on how to be a lefty. I know a lot of people struggle with this, so I hope it helps. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you want to see me cover next. Thank you.